end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Odell with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Houston Texans. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Sherwood. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pick.
A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On the set.
Spike 56. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
Get it.
Throwing on 1st down. Sherwood. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Jones. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Let's go.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Let's go.
From the gun, Sherwood. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Texans send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Ready up.
55. Check. 55. Mike.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Penny, the first down carry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Ready, set.
Check. Mike 54. Mike 54. That's the pass.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Ready.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he's got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Shoot, watch the shoot.
Pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
This is Jones. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
3 down.
Operating from the gun, Sherwood. Caught by Jones. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
6-6, pull it high.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. They'll set up a throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's Matt Weil now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
80 weapons.
Check 49, check 49.
Hey, switch gears.
Five.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
It's easy work. It's coming again.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Hey, wahoo!
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on. 57's to Mike. Rock 57.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sherwood got an open man. It's QT. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Protein spill.
Check 13, check 13.
Now Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And what's that? Hey, what's the ball?
To throw on 2nd down. Sherwood. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Quickstone travel.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
And they try to sweep to Jones. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. He'll boot it away from about his 35. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. 2nd and 6. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Let's get it.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Sherwood looking downfield for Godwin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Texans on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Flip it. 51, son. Mike 51.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. All day, baby, all day.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Here we go, even.
From the gun, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Play fake. Winston. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. 23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go, set. 90, Wolf.
Hey.
Five.
Off the play fake. Sherwood. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
We better not.
The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Too little, Cap. 57. Mike, 57. Tackles.
Hey, foxtrot.
57's the mic. 57.
From the gun, Sherwood. Open man is QT, complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chop.
Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. Now Benjamin. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They keep it with Penny on first down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, two. Ready?
They'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. On first down, Benjamin. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Let's go now. 91. 54. You don't want none. Pick up the ball. Now.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
We won. Come to my world. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Undercut. Topper.
2nd and 1. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Mike 5-4. Drop deep, drop deep.
61, matchbox lights.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now Rashad Penny, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Ready.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal.
Here we go. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Penny will try to punch it in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Ready, 8, read.
55. Hey, eat. I got you.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Ready, set.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Check.
They'll go again to Jones. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up.
Ready? Black 22 10.
51. Switch up, switch up.
Turn me.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 26. Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Winston on 3rd and 2. It got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back now in Houston. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Play action now. Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
17-yard line.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Snap.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
There.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. Well, we still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Penny takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
At the 27-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Lions on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. This is hauled in by Deontay Burnett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
5.
Looking to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
55, Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Big Griffin.
From the gun, a give to Penny. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, orbit.
Check right, check right.
2nd and 2. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
55. You ain't going nowhere.
Shoot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Come on now. Watch the safety creep.
80 weapons. Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight
Fourth
room.
quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Let's go.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A first down throw for Winston. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
A throw out wide to QT, complete. He's got the first down here inside the 30. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Hey.
Mike's 57's Mike. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check nickel.
Look, squeeze. Go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Back to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Yep. Hey, high 7.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Look at me. Zipper.
Every jet. Any jet. Hey, Mike 52.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Five.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Switch.
They'll look to throw. And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got two.
Jones. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. And they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. Said, no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home. And they did exactly that.
So for the Texans, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the